All right, let me get up out of here. What's up, YouTube? Yeah, man, we back. I tell you what, we getting back to it. All right, we had to take a week off. Um, I guess the content is either getting too spicy or they just taking a super magnified look at the stuff or whatever. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We know what to do. We know how to handle it. So no worries. But yeah, we back. All right, we back. So I just wanted to pop on real quick and say that. All right, I'll make sure I drop some content tomorrow. Um, we're doing like a little thing or whatever, at the house tonight with my brother and a couple of his people or whatever, right? So doing like a little Valentine's dinner. So I'm about to go get like the balloons for that and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on, say what up, what's happening. All right. There ain't gonna be no three strikes. It ain't gonna be no more strikes. So we're just gonna get back to like, over editing the videos and making sure that, we just comb through it like a fine tooth comb, right? Because at one point, that's how it used to be. But then YouTube kind of had relaxed on his guidelines, um, you know, recently enough, like a few months back. And so everything was, a little more liberal. You could kind of let it fly. The F-bombs is okay, all that good stuff. And all of a sudden, this past week, when I uploaded those date videos and stuff, I don't know what happened, but, they wasn't feeling them. None of them was green lit right away. All of them I had to like make edits and do this stuff. And then even when I made the edits, and they said it was good, they eventually, you know, they eventually ended up clipping me for it. So it's no worries. All right. Whew. Anyway, so yeah, we're back, and I definitely definitely got some decent stuff too. I've been waiting to post. If you hold on, hold on, come on now. All right, there we go. All right, so anyway, but yeah, we good. You know what I'm saying? Everything's rocking and rolling. Like I say, I'm about to actually go pick up this stuff for this dinner thing that we're about to do at the spot in my crib or whatever. So y'all can ride with me for that. I only got like 26% on this phone, so we'll see how long I end up actually staying live. But what's up, YouTube? All right, we're back. All right. Oh, sitting on satellites. I guess because I was gonna send it to I could really send it to both of y'all. I don't care, but I was gonna send that part 4 to somebody because they ended up clipping me for that on the B side, the part 4. So if you was the part 4 to date with Polo, Quita, and Maya, so if you were within those first like 30 minutes and you got to see it, great. But otherwise than that, they clipped it after that, and that's how got another strike or whatever. So that's why you didn't see anything on the B side for the last couple of days. So I haven't been being lazy or nothing like that. I've just had to lick my wounds and allow YouTube to do what they do, right? It's their platform, so I have to follow their rules and their guidelines. All right? But yeah, I'm gonna send it to somebody, right? I'm gonna send it to somebody, and I'm gonna send it edited so that the part that got me clipped, obviously I'm gonna edit that part out, so that you don't run into that same risk. But at this point, I'm not gonna I ain't gonna play with YouTube. If they don't want me to post it, I ain't gonna post it. So it's all good. All right. But if you've been missing me, if you've been missing the content, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know what's going on. All right. Has a brother been missed? Are y'all good? What's going on? All right. Let me know what's happening. You've been missing me. You've been missing the content. Let me see them ones in that chat. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I'm trying to bring the good stuff, man. You know, I got you know, this whole like little kind of hood reality show thing going on, and the content has the potential to really, really, really be good. But I have to make sure that I adhere to the guidelines, and you know, the guidelines are kind of, they're not like all the way clear all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, there's guidelines or whatever, but you know, there's stuff that flies on some channels, and then for whatever reason it may not fly on yours. So it's all good. All right. Yeah, I was thinking about starting a Patreon, doing all that. If you like, all right. So if I were to do a Patreon, right, of the people that's in here right now, let's just take a small sample size, small little survey, right? If I were to do a Patreon, put a P in the chat if you would watch, you know, the content. I would basically upload pretty much all the content that's on YouTube on the Patreon, just unedited, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, obviously the spicier stuff would just go on the Patreon. So if you would be interested in something like that, put a P in the chat. Put a P in the chat. Put a P in the chat. All right, let me see what's going on. Patreon is another platform where you have to pay, like, you know, whatever the creator set. So let's just say with this, it would be something like maybe $3 a month, right? So, you know, $3 a month, maybe no more than $5, something like that. And so, you know, I would never go for like $5 a month, right? But like I say, the content would be the good stuff, you know, it would definitely be the good stuff. And so, you know, am I muted? Y'all can hear me, right? Okay, maybe I had my hand over the mic. Can y'all hear me now? Y'all can hear me? Let me know. Okay. Dream don't do Patreon, but hope it works out. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, you can hear me? Okay, yes. Some people are saying still no sound. Okay, I guess they can hear me. All right, cool beans, cool beans. No, I can dig it. I can dig it. Like, listen, people are kind of platform, loyal, I guess is what you would call it, maybe. People are platform loyal, right? Or they just get used to like dealing on mostly one platform. There's some people that don't. There's some people that kind of bounce around evenly, but a lot of people are platform loyal. So, you know, sometimes getting people over from YouTube to another platform isn't always as easy as it may, you know, think it would be. But, you know, something like that, I'd be willing to do it, especially with these latest experiences. I don't think that the strike that I got on this channel was warranted at all. Like, not even a little bit. It was completely unwarranted. Now, the strike that I got on the B side, I slipped up and, you know, for like a half a millisecond, when Quita throws her arm up, you could kind of see up under her shirt. And so I guess I didn't see that or whatever. And maybe they didn't see it at first neither, because they green dollared it and said it was good and I could post it. But then came back 30 minutes later and gave me a strike for it. So, you know, things like that, hey, they happen, you know what I'm saying? I'll make sure I'm a little more careful, like I said, moving forward, as far as just combing through the videos, making sure there's nothing there that's going to get me in trouble. All right, but anyway, all right, so, but yeah, I'm you know, just explore other platforms as well, where we can be a little more free, a little more, you know, able to show whatever it is. You know, I actually got another piece of my content was also removed on the B side. It was basically, I don't know if y'all saw the one with the guy Big Griff. He was kind of wild and just, he was talking ish to these white guys or whatever, and, you know, calling them the C word and stuff like that. And I blurted out all the N words that he was saying. I think I left the C words in there, but he was just kind of yelling at the guys and stuff like that. You know, it was no harm or anything like that, but I guess YouTube considered it harassing. So, you know, it's stuff like that, right? It's like, all right, the guy's sitting there yelling at the guy. You know, stuff like that happens on YouTube all the time. Why is it that that's all of a sudden some, like, that's harassing? Like, that was kind of weak or whatever. So Between those two videos, you know, it's like, all right, it's all good. Let me figure out, like I say, how to insulate myself from any of this, you know, kind of nonsense. It's very arbitrary. It's very arbitrary, right? So, and it could be. It could be. Even if people reported it, though, that's not new. Like, that's not new for my channel. People have reported my content, you know, for a while. And so it's never caused me to, like, receive unwarranted, you know, flags and violations and things like that. And before, when you were a channel of a certain size, you would have a YouTube rep that would be assigned to you, that you could actually talk to a person that you would meet with, you know, however often you needed to meet with them. And I think they stopped that program. So now there's nobody that I could talk to like a person. And what used to also work really well was reaching out to Team YouTube on Twitter, well, X, formerly known as Twitter. But that hasn't worked for me these last 2 times either. So at this point, it's like, all right, well, there isn't much, like, the appeals process isn't very good. It seems like it's not actually humans maybe that are doing it, even though they say it. I don't know, because I don't see how, like I say, the one on this channel, the one that I got a strike for that I'm just now getting off of, man, that was super weak. Okay, super weak. So say you see me on TikTok. Yeah, a lot of people take my content and they put it on different platforms, and trying to, like, you know, take their channel down every time is like playing whack-a-mole on TikTok, because it takes like 2 to 3 weeks for it to actually happen. And by the time you get it done, you know, there's another channel that they've created that is pretty much doing the same thing. So it's like, all right, should I waste my time doing that? Or, you know, there isn't like a whole lot of money to be made on TikTok the same way that there is on YouTube, especially now, because TikTok recently changed the way that they pay their creators, and it's like, it's gotten so bad. So many creators are leaving TikTok. So anyway, all right, y'all. So yeah, like I say, I'm just popping on to just let you know we back. Everything's great. You know what I'm saying? I have some content. I'm gonna post it tomorrow. You know, I think I told y'all on the B side and maybe on other platforms that, unfortunately, you know, I'm 99% sure that we're not going to be seeing Quita on this platform anymore. And that's just based on the way that she kind of flipped out last week when we were doing some content, right? Me, her, and Maya. And, you know, she kind of flipped out. And obviously, I've seen her flip out and say crazy things and do all that stuff before. Safe to say that this was, you know, across the line as far as it goes, right? And it's not so much anything that she said, it was her actions. It was her actions. Y'all know me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. So, you know, words are words, and, you know, I could always check her for it later on if there's something that's disrespectful or whatever. But the actions that she displayed that day, I'm good. I'm good. So, you know, that's gonna be that. But like I say, we got other stuff, and we definitely have a full out interview with Maya, right? So we did do that. So y'all are gonna get to see that, you know, like I say, probably tomorrow. And you know, I would get the stuff up today, but like I say, I got this dinner. My brother messed around and asked me to do this little dinner thing or whatever for Valentine's Day. You know, he thought I was gonna say no, and so I kind of was, you know, almost like reverse. I was reversed into like agreeing to do it because I didn't want to prove him right by saying no. So of course, you know, I'm sure that we're gonna have a good time, but now I had to do all this stuff and get all these decorations, because, you know, T is kind of like, you know, like I say, she's just, you know, super girly and stuff like that. So, you know, she's got to do all the decorations and all this stuff, and it done turned into a whole ordeal. So now I'm here at Dollar Tree about to pick up get these balloons or whatever blown up, and just these balloon holders. All right, let's see. All right. Anyway, am I gonna release part 4? I'm not gonna release part 4 on any of my platforms, but I'm happy to let either Sitting on Satellites or Allie or whoever wants it. You know, I'm not gonna charge you. I'll just give it to you for free. All right. So if anybody, you know, if either of y'all want that, I know that Allie had emailed me when I said it on her platform or whatever. So if you're watching Allie, or if you're watching Sitting on Satellites, oh, I see you Sitting on Satellites. I see you in here. So how can someone release it without getting struck? Basically, I just needed to blur out. It's literally like a half a second of Quita's, you know, chesticles that gets exposed when she kind of does like this and her shirt comes up, because she had like a kind of crop type, cut off type shirt or whatever. Hello. I just need to get the balloons blown up.
Oh, we don't have any helium.
Y'all ain't got no helium?
No.
Where should I go?
Kroger for you and Publix will blow for you.
Yeah?
I don't know how much they gonna charge, but they'll do it.
Okay, so just go to the Kroger?
Yep.
All right.
Kroger or Publix.
Okay.
You enjoy the rest of your day, baby.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Do y'all have the things that hold the balloons down?
Oh, wait, we got a few in front right here. We got like purple. We don't have any more red left.
Okay, what about like the, is it like some plastic ones or something?
We don't have the little like
Yeah, the little clip ones?
Yeah, but all we got are these.
Okay, how much are those?
They $125.
Lord Jesus. Y'all see how this keep on going? All right, all right. All right, I'm gonna check out what's called, because they might have them at Kroger. They might have them at Kroger, y'all. All right. All right, y'all. All right, so I guess y'all ride with me to Kroger, okay? So we're gonna see what's going on. Hopefully we can get it done. Oh yeah, we back. We back. All right. So, you know, went ahead and made that happen just to get that out the way. All right. I appreciate bro letting me use his car and everything, but once I started getting them strikes and stuff, I told y'all I'm big on like energy and results. So I was like, when everything was flowing, because like I said, I was having the best February I've ever had up to that point, right? All the content was flowing. Everything was doing well. The views was going. The content was just coming to me. I wasn't having to chase nothing down or nothing. It was just ringing my phone. And so I was very happy, and I was like, well, shit, you know, I don't care about like looking a certain way and doing all that. I care about results. And right now, in this little car, I'm getting the results that I want. And so, you know, I'm gonna keep things like that for a second. Okay? And so, but you know, like I say, then this past weekend happened. And you know, I got the strike and then everything else. And then I got the other strike on the other channel. And I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and go sign on this thing real quick. All right. So yeah, I had to go ahead and do that, make that happen, man. Say I don't be downtown no more. I don't be downtown as much as I used to. But you know, that's just because like ultimately, right? This channel started out with me just doing interviews with, you know, folks, like I say, mostly downtown, mostly homeless, stuff like that. And everything was, you know, flowing a certain way, right? Like every video wasn't viral or nothing like that. But the YouTube algorithm was rewarding me in certain ways with regards to me getting like new subscribers and them watching the older content. And then also with some videos, like basically when I say like the first year, maybe and a half or so, I'd say that almost every month I would have a video, at least one, that would spin past 100,000 into the hundreds of thousands of views, right? And so that offset, if the average video would get 10 to maybe 20,000 views, right? But then I would have the videos that would get 100, 200, 300,000 views, at least one a month. That would make the numbers do what they needed to do, and everything was flowing just fine. Also, when I first started, I was still working. You know what I'm saying? I had a full-time job, and it was a good job, right? Right above six figures. I didn't have to work too much, so everything was rocking and rolling. And there was no like press on, well, I gotta really like make all the money from this and that and the third, right? But as time went on, the things shift. You know what I'm saying? The audience shift, the crowd shifts, right? Even me just kind of like being more known now and stuff like that, it just changes a lot of the dynamics of how I get the content, who is wanting to do the content. Before, right, when a whole lot of people don't really know who I am and that type of stuff, I don't know, it's just like a little more organic and just I don't know. Like, you got to imagine some of the content that y'all love from back in the day. If you're like some of my day ones from year one, some of that, content that's, got a lot of views and people love and stuff like that, those were $5 interviews. $5. Okay? Those were not, I was going around spending money doing this and that and the third. It were $5 interviews. So, obviously, it's gone up since then. And it's just a different dynamic now. It's a different dynamic. So the crowd doesn't respond to just the individual interviews the same way that they used to, right? I think that if I'm speaking honestly, right, y'all know me, I like to be candid. If I'm speaking honestly, with the proliferation of Ghost's channel, which shout out to him, but he proved that, the kind of running storylines, running characters is a more sustainable way to kind of make sure that you have enough views to do what you need to do, right? And so, you got to honor what works. Hey, do you guys have helium blow up balloons and stuff? Okay, cool. So with stuff like that, you got to look at it and say, hey, I haven't been looking at comments. Let me see what y'all talking about in here. All right. But yeah, so with stuff like that, you just gotta like, you gotta understand like, okay, here we go. Hey, can I get these balloons blown up?
Yeah, I think it's $3.99 a piece.
$3.99. Jesus Christ, this is just costing me so much money. All right, let's rock and roll with it, man.
How many you got?
I think it's 10. Let me
Okay. How many?
Let me see.
Bitch, you got the tag for the.
All right, y'all hold on.
When they bring their stuff in.
All right.
Now, right? They heat the blow their balloons.
Yeah, they're $3.99.
It ain't no Kroger Plus discount. Y'all ain't got that on that. Y'all need that on that. Y'all, I don't know what y'all got going on. I need the employee discount.
Well, we only get it on Kroger brand items.
Ain't this a Kroger brand? This helium. What brand this is?
No, I'm sorry. You said what? The helium ain't Kroger brand.
Man, y'all need to do something, man. $3.99. Y'all about to kill me.
They worth it.
Everybody want me to be poor. Jesus
How
Christ.
much you pay for those balloons?
Man, I don't know. I think not. I got them from the Dollar Tree, so probably with like $1.25 or something like that.
They good, but they charge out a blow too. They don't come blue.
I should have got them that day, but it was like 4 days before the event, so we didn't want to blow them up too soon.
It would have been fine.
Right?
It would have been fine.
But they ain't had the. Nah, they would have been all saggy then.
No, they won't. These balloons last a whole week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm paying for it now. All
We
right.
appreciate you.
Nah, don't appreciate me. I appreciate you giving me this discount.
Ain't just told you that. We in the business of making money, not losing money.
I'm in the business of asking for discounts.
You got a pen on you?
All right. You say go to Target? Don't tell me I need to stop being so cheap.
And then,
All right.
you right back down.
10, you said?
Yeah, 10.
All right, you take this to the front desk. We'll get it ready for you, okay? Well,
All
not
right.
front desk, register.
Say it's the register.
Right now, back in the receipt.
Uh-huh. 10. Okay. All right. So, all right. Man, they getting me, y'all. Swear to God, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, we're just supposed to be doing a little dinner. You know, just supposed to be just something chill. Just something chill. Right? Like, and then it done turned into all this stuff. I done spent like $1,000. Real talk. I done spent $1,000. I'm so mad about that. Like $1,000 on just different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff related to this party. All right, what y'all on here talking about? Let me talk to y'all real quick. What did Quita do? I mean, essentially she was flipping out, right? So we had linked up. She called me, right, to come and link up and do an interview with her and Maya. And so she said, hey, you know what I'm saying, can you take us to Belvedere Kroger? So I was like, cool, let's go to Belvedere. Y'all know, if y'all know, I grew up at Belvedere, right? So very familiar with Belvedere. It was about 10 minutes from where we was at. So I was like, cool. So we headed to Belvedere, huh? Yes. Is it gonna take something off?
I just go to a gas pump and stuff like that.
Oh man. Y'all ain't speaking my language, man.
Man, you got.
Y'all ain't speaking my language, man.
It's right though. You got 10 of these at $3.99, right?
Yeah.
All right. 43, 45.
Lord Jesus.
Man, it's hard work. You like,
Good
it's
Lord, that's a lot of money.
It's in the pan now.
It's in the past.
Thank you so much.
It's over with. All right. So anyway, so we're headed to Belvedere, right? And we're in the car, and everything's flowing, right? Everything's flowing, vibing, good energy, all that stuff. And we're about 2 minutes away from Belvedere, and I think she was in the bag and was about to either act like she was gonna do something or something, just joking or whatever. Yeah, I checked out. Oh, let me get you the receipt. And so she was acting like, this and that. And so, it was jokey or whatever. So I made a joke back. Or I think she had made a joke to me, right? So she must have said something, made a joke. And I was like, well, as long as you don't bite me in the back of the head, right? So I made that joke, right? And she flipped out. Like, at first it was like a slow, you didn't know if she was playing or not or whatever. But it quickly turned into oh, she ain't playing. She's dead for real. And was just completely spazzing out, saying, I'm the police, she don't trust me, pull over. She wanted me to pull over. It was middle of the road type stuff. We're driving down the street. She wanted me to pull over, turn around, take her to Glenwood, take her to this store in Glenwood, this, that, and the third. So, I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We got out. She was just acting up. All right, just acting up, okay? So, I could take a lot, but once you get to a certain point, it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We gotta cut it. So it's all good, right? Everything has a season. So I hope y'all enjoyed the Quita season, right? I know y'all used to talk a lot of shit, but I'm already know what's going on. We're gonna see what them numbers looking like. Because see, that's the other thing, right? Y'all was just talking about I'll be downtown. I did an interview with a young man that's on the B side, 19-year-old kid or whatever. And I thought it was a classic, good interview, right? Man, that thing got it's a 10 out of 10 on the B side. And that's saying something. Because the B side don't get, quite as many views as the main channel. And so for it to be a last place video on the B side, that just means y'all just didn't watch it. And it was a good video, right? And so that's the type of stuff that that's the type of stuff that just makes me be like, all right, I got to bring what works. I got to bring what works. I love to go downtown and, kind of really dig into, people's stories and really kind of be able to have these amazing interviews and this type and third, but y'all don't respond to that as much. Okay? So it ain't about me listening to what the viewers have been saying about Quita. I didn't listen to what y'all say about Quita, and I still don't, to be honest. The numbers tell whatever the story is. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you felt that way as far as the older content or whatever, and you still want to see those type of interviews, like I say, go on the B-side. There's plenty of them. And one recently with the 19-year-old kid and his girlfriend. Now, the one with the girlfriend got like way more views. Why do you think that is? Because it's a young, cute, fair-skinned girl on my channel, and that always tends to work most of the time. Which that interview wasn't nearly as good as the one with her boyfriend, but the one with the girlfriend, of course, got way more views. All right. Did she beat on me? No. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Quita's content, of course. Listen, that's why I put it at 99%. All right, that's why I put it at 99%. You always got to leave an opening. At the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. She actually, for the first time since that happened, she actually called me today. So she's called me like 3 times a day, and of course, I haven't picked up. But we'll see what happens. Right? All right. But yeah, so. And I know y'all saying like, oh yeah, Maya's gonna be her replacement and stuff like that. That's not necessarily the case. Maya is Maya. She's not Quita. Y'all will see that on the interview that I do with her, right? So it was a good interview. Like I say, I will more than likely post it tomorrow. I got this dinner thing that we're doing today, and as I'm standing here, the time is running on me. So it's all good. All right. But yeah, I mean, you never know. Like I say, y'all know me. I'm all about bringing good content that y'all are gonna want to see. So ultimately, what I'm saying, we'll see what happens. But as it stands right now, like I say, I'm chilling. Okay. All right. So, but when you take things to a certain point, gotta just let it go. All right. So, but yeah. So, like I say, I'm gonna send that part for, I don't know. Maybe I'll send it to both. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to seem like I'm choosing sides or nothing. Send it to both, sitting on Satellites and Alley, and y'all can do what you want with it. If you want to post it, cool. If not, cool. I'll send you the edited version so that you don't run into the same issue that I ran into. And then y'all can go check those out, on their channel, right? Part 4 was definitely good for those that got to see it, right? there was about 30 minutes where maybe about, I think it was almost like 1,700 people at least got to start watching it. So, Anyway, so, all right, so what up, everybody? Let me see, need your lip balm. Who you telling, man? Who's been on drugs? All right. Am I at 304? Nah, I'm chilling, man. Marcus is on chill. I got my head down, focused. I'm trying to run it up, man. I ain't got time to play. And every time I get some momentum going, stuff like this happens, right? Not every time, but this time it happened, Things was flowing. Things were going well. Like I said, I was having the best February that I've had since I've been on YouTube. And my February that I had my very first year, which February was like literally the second month. It was the first full month that I was actually on YouTube. I had a really good February. A pretty okay February. I ain't gonna say really good, but pretty okay February that first year. I'm having a better February now, but of course they're trying to, Okay, cool. Yeah, they're trying to trying to knock me off my square a little bit. They all have like the little clips that hold the balloons down.
Oh, you don't want the bag?
Nah, I want the bag. Want the bag for sure.
You want me to put clips on all of them?
Yeah,
clip one.
yeah. Like, do you have clips?
Individual?
Yeah.
I didn't say that while I was doing
Oh
it.
man, you see me on live, man. My bad, man. I'm sitting here yapping. I'm a yapper.
Okay.
I get lost in the sauce real quick.
Uh,
All right. Let's see what y'all in here
that
talking
one,
about.
is it that one up there? That one
Well, y'all be killing me.
in the back.
I'm 43, but look 64. Ooh wee. Have I heard from Lil Bit? Lil Bit. Which Lil Bit? Which Lil Bit you talking about? Let me see. I was watching it and it disappeared. Yeah. Yup. That's what I said. I was like, man, they tripping.
It worked.
They tripping. All right. You email me. So let me say this, right? And I don't want to like rub nobody no type of bad way or nothing, right? But a lot of, especially times like this, it seems like, you know, people would hit me up about money, right? Like randomly or other things. And it's like, I don't have it like that. I promise you I don't. I have a newborn son. I have things that happen like this strike, which knocked my, you know, it didn't knock the income off too bad, but it doesn't have it where it could have been. You know what I'm saying? I missed a week's worth of work basically. So, you know, I just don't have it to just be just randomly just giving money away and stuff like that. And so, you know, and I don't, a lot of times maybe don't have the time to respond to everybody who sends those type of requests. Because it's like, I just, for one, I don't want to have to go back and forth. I don't want to have to be like, oh yeah, and then you say this and I say this. I don't want to do that. So it's just like, all right. Anyway, where's the date with Cash? So okay, I'll go ahead and say it since y'all got me. See, here we go. This is how I end up being messy and stuff. This is how I end up being messy. Okay. So the guy that was supposed to go on a date with Cash is one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, don't hit me up for no money. And he's like, oh, well, you got 20K views off that video. And you didn't hit me up to do a video. You hit me up to go on a date with Cash. And I put you in position to do that. All right? And so it's like, come on, man. Like, chill out. Don't come with all that back end stuff talking about, oh, like, if we didn't agree that you was going to get some money for whatever, don't hit me up for money. I don't like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it makes me itch when people ask me for money. I hate it. Because I don't have it and I don't really like to be like, you know, no, but of course you gotta be like no. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you say downtown a little bit. Oh,
Where's Brandon?
I haven't seen her in a while. Say you'll pay for part 4? Who is that? Who is that? All right. So anyway, what you doing? Okay, cool. Yeah, great. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody, by the way. Happy Valentine's Day. All right. Okay. Say we're all here for the messiness. Look, I'm trying to give it to you too, man. All right. I'm trying to give it to you. YouTube acting like all of a sudden they got a problem. So I don't know. You want to start a channel in your city? How can you do that? Join the mastermind. Join the mastermind. Link is in the description. All right.
All right, Chris. See you later.
But yeah, so what was the strike for? So the strike on this channel was for something super weak. It was basically on part 3, which is now on the B side. You can go look at it. If you go to the 9-minute and 22-second mark, YouTube says that at that mark, I violated their sexual and nudity policy. Okay? What was happening at that 9:22 mark? The 3 of them was in the car, and essentially Polo was saying, I'll take my Johnson out right now. And you know, that's pretty much it. That's what they clipped me for. That's what they gave me a strike. Oh, Keisha from the mastermind. Okay. Okay, you were saying you emailed me. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, why not? I'll sell it to you. I don't mind. Um, but yeah, anyway, what was I just saying? Oh yeah, they gave me that week. That was such a weak strike. So weak. Like, you know, like what? It's because he said he'll pull it out. You gonna give me a strike for that? That's crazy. So, you know, when that type of stuff happens, it really gives me pause. Like, okay, let me figure some stuff out. Let me make sure I'm, you know, let me make sure I'm girded up so that in the event of anything, I can still walk away a winner. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, yeah. So, super weak. But like I say, it's all good. All right. But yeah, we got a strike. All right, man. Who you telling? Heard worse on other channels. Like that was crazy, man. They wanted to strike that because then on the B side, now the strike that I got for part 4 of the date, that was a fair strike. That was on the B side. That was a fair strike. I'll take my L for that. Hey, I'm all about accountability. Cool. My bad. You know what I'm saying? But they removed another video from the B side, probably like the next day after they gave me the strike. They removed another video. It was the video where the guy Big Griff was like kind of yelling at the white guys that was sitting there or whatever, and you know, saying that the white guys were calling him N-word and he was calling them the C word. Yeah, so nah, you can't upload it to YouTube. Ada Tally can't upload it to YouTube whatsoever. Okay, so meaning, like, in other words, I can upload it now because it's edited. So technically it's not the same video if I edit it, right? And so I can upload it now, but I ain't even gonna play with my livelihood like that. So it ain't worth like the, you know, maybe 30,000 views that it would have got. So I'll just, you know, I was gonna give it away, but there's this lady from my mastermind that says she may want to buy it. All right, so we'll see. Let's see. Right. It'd be one thing if he pulled it out, right? It's like, come on, man. Like, just for him saying it, that's wild. That's wild. And I couldn't appeal it because I had deleted the video. It was just a whole thing. So anyway, all right. So let's see. The dating show. So I like where everything's going with the dating stuff. And guess what? There's a young lady that saw the date, huh? 10 of them.
You asked for something else.
The clips on there. Okay, great.
Individual.
Yep, I appreciate you, man.
No problem.
All right, now I guess it's worth the $4 per. You know what I'm saying? The $40 I had to run here and spend. All right. Doing the in-house show. Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. I want to take the content to, like, I think I could really be the king of, like, what would essentially be like new reality TV, except it would actually be like more reality. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like this scripted kind of reality TV that it started. You know, it basically was since the beginning. This is gonna be like, you know, the stuff that y'all see, just even more turned up, more kind of like in a position of where it's just lit, right? And I'm in position to do that, man. I be having people hit me up about folks on my channel as far as dating them and stuff. I could really do like a dating show, which, you know, I have my Atlanta Street dating channel, but this is obviously will be a little different. So like, for instance, there was a lady that hit me up about Short Dog. After the date with Drea, another, you know, young lady hit me up and was like, hey, I like Short Dog. Like, please hook that up. So, you know, stuff like that is like, okay. Right? We could really do it for the love of Short Dog. For real. All right? Yeah, Big Griff is funny, right? Yeah, Big Griff is funny, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I can't put people like him on my platform, then I'm going to have to, you know, eventually at least take some of the content somewhere else. Where we can, you know, be a little more free, a little more ratchet, a little more whatever, because that's just weak, man. That's so weak. Like, because he was yelling at the guys, you give me a harassment violation. that's weak, super weak. And so, you know, like I said, it's their platform. So, you know, you can't tell them what to do on their platform. You just gotta, you know, move around. Just gotta move around. So, you know, I'm hoping that maybe this was just like, I don't know, someone, you know, maybe it's their first week, or I don't know, who knows. I'm hoping that it's a thing that I can laugh about in the near future and say, damn, I don't know what was going on, but they was tripping, but now everything's back to normal. But you know, as it stands right now, I don't know. Like I say, some of the content, the good stuff basically, right, it's probably gonna have to go to a different platform. And so, you know, if let's just say if I had to go to Twitch or something like that, right, which I know that the majority of my crowd isn't necessarily the younger folks or whatever. So, you know, I know how it is with those platforms that are like kind of, you know, more so for like the younger people. I think more so kind of live stream and stuff like that. But if I had to go to like some other platform, right, let's just say Patreon, Rumble, Twitch, something else, right? Meaning not just completely disappear from YouTube, but, you know, I have my stuff that I know YouTube is gonna be okay with on YouTube, and then I have some more of the spicier stuff and more ratchet, more turned up stuff on the other platforms, right? If you would support me on the other platforms to the tune of, let's just say maybe like $5 a month, right? Again, we got a few more people in here now. Put a P in the chat if that's something that you would consider doing, right? And you know, listen, trust me, it would be turned up. It would be like, it would be worth the $5 for sure. Like, you would definitely be able to, like, at that point, I would consider it like I'm starting like a whole network. And it would be different shows, right? So if I'm asking people to pay $5 a month, I'm giving you what is essentially like a Netflix, like a ghetto Netflix that, well, I guess you got Tubi, right? I'm giving you a real like reality show, dating show, spicy content, you know, nighttime content, you know, like I'm gonna be like, if I'm asking people to pay $5 a month, I'm going 1,000%. Okay, I'm going 1,000%. Okay, I'm talking about the full thing: reality shows, dating shows, following people stuff, interviews that, you know, are way too raunchy and spicy to ever be on YouTube, real stuff when it comes to, you know, the nighttime workers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you'll, you know, be able to see maybe a little bit more than what you can see on YouTube, that type of stuff. You know, even like this talk show that I want to do, right? So linking up with a polygraph person, right? And basically going half on them with a channel where you know, we do the whole, you know, all the stuff, the Steve Wilkos, Karamo, that type of stuff, where we invite people onto the platform who have some type of issue, some type of thing that they want to know, a la the paternity test type of stuff, you know what I'm saying, lie detector, going through the phones, all that type of stuff, right? So I would literally go balls to the wall. Okay, balls to the wall. Like, I would not disappoint, I promise you. so we'll see, like, because, you know, that may be where it has to go, right? Find a free platform where I can see the thing with free platforms is that they're beholden to advertisers, right? And so when you're beholden to advertisers, eventually you have to, even if you start out where you have like spicy stuff on there, the advertisers ain't gonna go for it, not the major advertisers. So when you're talking about the major corporations, they don't want to be associated with, you know, any extremely this or that type of stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's something to where you have to go to the platforms where you pay some type of monthly subscription, because then you're not beholden to the whole advertisement community, and you can do a lot more, right? So yeah, even stuff like getting that house and all that stuff, like man, YouTube would shut me down. They would not appreciate that type of content. Okay. And for whatever reason, people like Drewski and stuff like that can put that type of content on YouTube and they love it and it's all good and it's great and all that stuff. Everybody's not Drewski. Everybody's not the same. So for me, it's like, all right, well, if they don't want me to do it based on their actions and the results, then I can't do it. As simple as that. All right, you know what? I should not have come this way. Because I gotta go to this little thing anyway and get this cobbler. Hopefully I can still be on live when I get there. Let me just see. I'm gonna turn around. All right, y'all hold on 1 second. Hit this little U-turn. Okay. All right, so hopefully I can get here, show y'all the cobbler place that I love. This cobbler place that I love, right? And I've been telling her like, hey man, one day I'm gonna come here and be on live. So hopefully I can get there before my phone clips out, because I think I'm on like, I don't know, but it's on red for sure. All right, are you and Quita back cool? I mean, listen, I'll not have her on the platform, right? So I ain't like, you know me, I ain't pressed about nothing. All right, shit happens, whatever, but you know, it ain't a am I not cool thing. It's just like, no, I'm just straight. I'm good. And you know, there's other things to do and worry about right now, so that's all good. All right, you say you want Kelsey? You said Chelsea. Listen, I was just talking about how people reach out to me. Guys, listen, reach out. AtlantaStreetInterviews@gmail.com. If there's anybody on the channel that you've seen that you want to go on a date with, all right, obviously paid for by me, okay? But obviously that means you'll be on camera, right? So if you're interested in that, hit me up, AtlantaStreetInterviews@gmail.com, all right? For sure, okay? All right, can we see your new car? Yeah, I'll get out in a second. I'll get out when I pull up to the little spot. All right, pull up to little spinat. Let's see, how's Lil Marcus doing? Lil Max, man, he is doing excellent. Excellent. All right. Yep. She's doing excellent. All right. All right, what y'all talking about? I mean, let me move it up. Have I talked to her since the incident? No need to talk. All right. Pay for my own date. Take Vice Queen on a date. Slime language. She married. It's over with. All right. She married. You'll say you'll support me here, meaning on YouTube. I ain't mad at that. Listen, one thing about it, you know, I've never been like the type to tell people how to spend their money, that type of stuff, right? I'm grateful for everything that I have, everything that I get, every view, every piece of support, this, that, and the third. I'm grateful for all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, no worries. But you're gonna mess around. Now, one thing I will be doing is advertising, right? So of course I would advertise it. And the stuff that I was that I would like, the commercials and stuff that I would make that you would see on YouTube would definitely make you want to pay the $5. Make you want to pay the $5. I'm gonna get you hooked. Like a crack addict. All right, you gonna have to come back every day. Let me get some more of that content. Yeah, that's how I'm at you. So trust me, it's gonna be worth them $5. All right. You can cancel all your other apps. Oh, all right. Let's see, what y'all in here talking about? Is the oldest daughter driving yet? She doesn't have her license. She didn't get her license, her permit, until I think it was like September, October, or whatever of last year. So she's not going to be eligible to get her license until then. And so when she gets that, you know, we'll consider at that point what she got going on and all like that, and get her a car. Go. What are you doing? Why didn't you go? Wow, you're just gonna sit here. Okay. What an idiot. Oh, it says no turn on red. Oh, I'm the idiot. And I'm the illegal idiot. Oh, yes, that's me. That is me. Rule breaker Marcus. All right. Okay. At least I got my seatbelt on. All right. Let's see. Who is the commoner named Slime Language? Do we know that person? I don't know him. But you know, so I don't know. Let's see. Your mods in here banning people for no reason. Are they? I mean, is anybody banned? Is anybody banned? Okay. If anybody's banned, please unban anybody that's banned. That the mods have banned, right? If the mods have banned anybody, just unban them or whatever, right? Let's see. Part 4. You say this is Josh? Okay, okay. Which Josh? Which Josh? You know, I know a few Joshes. Which one? Yeah. They ain't banning nobody. They tripping. Profile for no reason. Had to get on my separate channel. All I was trying to do is tell you that Kick is better than Twitch. Huh. Okay. The rapper one. Is this the guy from Virginia? The rapper one? Get a Patreon. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Like, I had started to do it at some point last year, and there was something that made me stop or gave me pause. I was like, I don't know about this Patreon, but I'll get back on it. I'll get back on it. Okay, it is dude from Virginia. Listen, I was considering posting that and all like that, but I thought about it. I was like, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. It's all good. Plus, to be honest with you, right? They texted me and they gave me a different story. They gave me a different version of the story that you gave me that day. So, not to say that the stuff that you were saying about what happened wasn't, you know, true. They didn't deny that stuff, but as far as, I guess, just what was going on or the angle that things were coming from. So, you know, like I say, it's all good. You know me, I'm chill. All right. All right. Post whatever you want on Patreon. Yeah. Like I say, I'm gonna strongly consider it, man, because I don't wanna kind of have to wake up one day to an email that says, hey, your channel's terminated. This, that, and the third, right? So do you want me to meet them today? Okay. I don't know which Josh this is that's in the comments. That's the Slime Language. Like I said, I know a few Joshes. So, all right. Where can you find part 4? You're gonna be able to find it on somebody else's channel. I just don't know who yet. So it'll be up. I'll make sure that y'all see it. It was good content too, man. I'm so mad about that. What about the guy named Jesus? Oh, you want to date him? You want to go on a date with him? Now, I'll say this. Like a few hours after the interview, because we had traded numbers, I was like, hey, we're definitely gonna link up, do another interview, whatever. A few hours after the interview, he hit me up and apparently had just totaled his Porsche. So, you know, that black Porsche that he was living in, that he was in front of when he did the interview, that black Porsche apparently got totaled that next day. So, but you know, if you want to interview him, I mean, if you want to date, you know, go on a date with him, right? Because hey, listen, I tell people all the time, like, let's say if you're a lady that got money, yeah, of course you want the guys that are, you know, got money, this, that, and the third, all that stuff. But you probably, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of ladies do this, you probably match better with a guy that doesn't have money, right? You got money, he doesn't. Right? You find you a guy that fits all the other categories that you want, physically, you know, maybe in the bedroom, all that type of stuff. And you know, you got the money. Money is just a tool, guys, right? Um, I get it. You know, you want to feel like you got a guy that's doing his thing and all like that, but I mean, listen, if you're doing your thing to a good enough tune, I ain't talking about if you just have like enough money for just you, but if you make real cheap, real cake, like you have caked up for real, you really making money, and you got it like that, I don't see nothing wrong with it. All right, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Okay, so, but anyway, oh, Josh from Allen Temple. Okay. What's happening, man? Yeah, what's going on? Allen Temple, but that made me think of that song. What's that song, man? Do like I do, nigga, buck on them hoes. Throw up your sign and buck on them hoes. Do like I do, nigga, buck on them hoes. Throw up your sign, buck on them hoes. Yeah, see, y'all don't know about that, man. Y'all gotta be from Atlanta and from my generation to know about that. All right, that's all I'm saying. If you ain't from my generation and you ain't really like, you weren't outside and stuff like that, you probably never heard that song for real. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. All right. You say he is driving an expensive car and homeless. I find it hard to believe. I don't know why. Why would you find it hard to believe? Sometimes I be wondering, and you know, like I ain't trying to talk shit or nothing, but come on, that's easy to see how someone can do that. In other words, you could have, you know, either bought the car outright. You could have got the car through some other means, right? Maybe somebody owed you some money, you know what I'm saying? You was in prison, somebody owed you a favor, this, that, and the third. So, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, when you got out, maybe they owed you money, they gave you a car, anything. It could be any number of things, especially when you're talking about folks in the street. You know what I'm saying? People get shit all the time. So, and homeless because of, like, you can have an expensive car. Trust me, I had an expensive, okay, when I was in my late 20s. All right, when I had lost my job at the airport, okay? Lost my 6-figure job, but still had a 6-figure car, okay? And so if you saw me riding around, you would think I was doing well. But I was broke as a joke. Broke as a joke. All right? Well, when am I going to update Illinois? They're going to have to reach out to me. I don't even got their number. So they can reach out whenever they're ready. We'll do an update. Ain't no pressure on it. All right, now I would pay for a date with them, like do a date with them or whatever. You know, just to kind of, I would pay for a date. It would be a cheap date, but I'd pay for it because I would definitely want to kind of see their conversation, maybe when they forget the camera's there for like a half a second or whatever, right? But you know, Tone be thinking he's slick and stuff, so I don't know how good that would be. Say a vehicle is the easiest thing to get. Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. But yeah, so anyway, do you really ride around listening to Jay-Z? No. Nah. You say you want Kelsey, you like her? Now, I will say this, a lot of guys, if there's one person that a lot of guys reach out to, is Kelsey. I promise you. By far, she has the most people that reach out and link up with her in one way or another from my channel. 100%. 100%. So you're going to have to get in line for that. You're going to have to get in line for that. But again, I can skip you past the line. Just email me, atlantastreetinterviews@gmail.com. All right? Y'all look at Atlanta traffic. Y'all see this traffic? This just, I'm just sitting here. This just sucks. Okay? The light's green. I might get to move like an inch. Okay? I'm just trying to get across the bridge. That's it. Meaning that light that you see in the distance, that third light, that's all I'm trying to get to. Right past there is where I'm going, where the cobbler place is. All right? And it's probably going to take me who knows how many lights. And I told the cobbler lady, hey, I'm going to be on live one time, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna pull up and shout you out and show people the cobblers, everything else. But now my battery, I'm on 4%. It's over with. It's over with. It's over with. All right. So what I might do is I might go live on my other phone, so you know what I'm saying, whatever. But 4%, I'm you know, we gonna end the live, all right? So and if you see me go live again, it's not a mistake. It's because I just went, you know, picked up my Android, decided to go live on there. All right.